My name's Mike Smith, and I'm the videographer for Ground Zero Radio here in Portland, Oregon. Well, first I just looked away, didn't I? Welcome to my Kickstarter video. Let me start by explaining what the Edison Enigma is. Basically, Clyde Lewis, the star of Ground Zero Radio, came up with the idea of using something called a Frank's box. Basically, the Frank's box radio it's a scanning radio from Radio Shack that's had the stop feature removed from it, so it cycles back and forth through the entire spectrum of all the frequencies. And the theory is, or the idea is that since it goes through the frequencies so quickly, if you can hear an entire sentence, there's no way for that to occur. And they transmitted this thing at a huge amount of megawatts of power through a FM radio transmitter. And something, well, quite amazing happened. We had people that night calling in saying they were getting messages from their dead relatives during this, well, what I could only describe as a radio audio seance, as it were. We had strange events happening inside the radio station. I myself experienced the room getting warm and cold. I get chills even thinking about it. I guess this is the time when I explain what I need you folks' money for. Okay, I have the event and the events that went down that night on Halloween 2010 documented on my Handycam, but unfortunately I can't produce an actual decent looking documentary of that. So I need the money to buy a decent camera, and I also need to pay for distribution of the film, and that's about it. I have prepared a trailer that I made with the equipment that I have, and I'd like you to check it out now.
Is there a message you want to send to us? Now, back in the 1920s, Thomas Edison believed that mankind would eventually find a way to contact the spirit world. Now, this little radio can scan 7 frequencies a second. We're going to take the signal that's going to be sending out and putting it on a 100,000 watt transmitter. We're going to be able to do what Edison couldn't. We're going to contact the dead. Who is out there that wants to speak to us?
And I heard the words, and let's play it again. They speak.
Oh, yeah. Oh, obviously.
Right. Yeah. One more time. They speak.
Oh, clear as day. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to hear or feel anything, honestly, but I keep getting warm and cold off and on. It's freaking me out.
Yeah. Okay. See? What's going on now?
It's flickering, and I just felt the cold breeze.
Yeah, the cold breeze is back in here again. Ladies and gentlemen.
We're in a sealed room. There's no breeze.
Yeah, we're in a sealed room right now, and so...
With controlled air, too, I might add.
Yes.
Nobody can manipulate.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Andalyn. Hi, Andalyn. You're on Ground Zero.
Yes. I just wanted to tell you guys you gave me the most terrifying experience of my life.
Really? How was it terrifying? Tell us about it.
I am still shaking right now, and I'm trying to get my heart going.
What did you hear? What did you feel when this happened?
Well, I heard, like, my friend to begin with, and she had said, I'm all right, and she just died about 1.5 years ago, and then all of a sudden things went downhill, and I started shaking, and I couldn't breathe.
Hey, let's go to Tyler. Tyler in Vancouver on 4. Tyler, hi, you're on Ground Zero.
Hi, Clyde. Yeah, I just want to talk about my experience I had while the pulse was going on.
Okay.
Well, I put a picture of my mom that died when I was 6, and I'm 16 now, so about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I put a picture of her there, and then about 2 minutes in, I heard her voice distinctively say, "Son, I love you." and about 30 seconds later, the picture moved without anybody touching it, and it fell off the counter.
How'd that make you feel?
It scared me, shocked me, and it makes me feel really happy to know that my mom is still here.
I'm glad you had a good experience, man.
Yeah, and I just want to thank you for everything you're doing in this with this right now, dude. You're helping a lot of guys and girls.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, broadcasting loud and clear. Listeners are standing by waiting for this amazing experiment. I don't think I've ever heard of any experiment of such where you're taking an ITC device like this and feeding it back on itself, essentially, with the broadcast grid.
If you like the trailer or think that was cool, imagine what I could do with actual real equipment. My gift to you, if you help the project out with $10 or more, would be an exclusive downloadable version of the film before it comes out on DVD, filled with extra things like outtakes and just little goodies that people that actually buy the real DVD won't be getting.
Hi there, my name's Clyde Lewis, and I do a radio show called Ground Zero. It's a title that everybody's familiar with because of what happened in 9/11, but the show was not based on that event. In fact, I came up with a name in 1995. And what it was a prophetic name. I had thought to myself that the world was heading towards a Ground Zero type scenario, and I wanted my show to be, I guess, thematic of the times. Well, this show that I do, Ground Zero, deals with the parapolitical, the paranormal, and Fortean subject matter. Been around for a while. I've continued to do the show. The show's been around in different forms for about 16 years now, so I am committed to bringing this type of information to the public. One thing that I did do, and I was very successful at this, was I grouped up with a number of well-known names. One of them, David John Oates, who has been involved with reverse speech and has shown up on several radio shows of this kind, well known in the media that is known as the I guess you could call it the paranormal media or the niche media. And also, we had David John Oates with us. We had a guy by the name of Dr. Jonathan Burgess and Reed McClintock, who's an illusionist. And we worked together by creating a radio that was able to broadcast into the ether a strange signal, a white noise signal. That signal, when broadcast at 100,000 watts with a booster of another 150 watts, was able to, actually maybe 150,000 watts, we were able to broadcast into the ether some strange voices, and we had contact come back to us. And what we really want is we want to take that documented data and we want to put it into a movie form, into a documentary form, so everybody can see that it is possible to communicate with the other side. And what we were trying to do was we were trying to fulfill the mission of Thomas Edison. Now what we're doing is we're looking to you to help us provide the funds to create this documentary and to take this documentation and put it before the public. What we're going to do is we're going to offer several gifts to you, and one of them, with a $10 donation, we will give you a downloadable version of the film. It will have certain goodies and certain Easter eggs in them that will be beneficial for you, and you'll be able to watch it and enjoy that. For $25, we will give you an autographed copy of the video. And that autographed copy will be done by me and several people who worked on the project, thanking you for your donation. And if you happen to be the Daddy Warbucks type, or if you're, if you're into the paranormal, have deep pockets, for $100 or more, we will put your name in the credits as a supporter of this program. It's called the Edison Enigma. It's based on an experiment that we did where we literally contacted the dead and they spoke to us in sentences. What we're asking for is we're asking for you to help us so that we can bring forward to people who are searching for some sort of solace, some sort of, I guess you could say, proof of life after death. We're asking you to help us bring this story forward, because what we have is very, very amazing. It's interesting, and we would like to explore and experiment and find out more information so that we can give a well-rounded, very, very, very critical video of what is happening with this experiment. We have people who are doctors involved. We have people who are scientists looking into this to try and figure out how it was done, what happened. And the information goes beyond receiving electro voice phenomena. It goes beyond seeing bottles moving in the room and extra sensory type of feelings. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond anything you can imagine, with families calling the program that I do called Ground Zero, saying that they're hearing their loved ones speak to them over the radio, or they also have another uncle or someone trying to get a message to them. It's just an amazing documentation
of true life after death experiences, and we did it on a radio station pumping out about 150,000 watts. And we're very happy that we had that opportunity. It's a unique event, and we want to put it to film and hopefully put it on television or put it out to the public at large so they can get an idea of what is going on.